Hey, my name is Samar. I also go by Sam or First Time Panner. Any of those you want to call me, you can. This will be a get ready with me. As you can see from the title, it's a cozy fall like shopper stash get ready with me, and it's a collab with Alyssa. So I will have her name on the screen and also all of her information in my description box. Please check her out. She is just like, she gives the most amazing energy and she's so entertaining, and I think she's funny. This is my first collab ever, so I'm really excited. Thank you, Alyssa, for the idea. I know she's already filmed hers, and this is just, I'm filming this the day before it's supposed to go up. I'm sitting down with my tea. It's chai spice tea from the Stash brand, which is not like my most favorite brand of tea, but the chai spice is actually pretty good, and I don't usually like chai tea, but this one, it doesn't taste like the spicy nutty like cardamom type chai. This tastes more like something you would drink for like winter holidays. It has a lot of cinnamon in it, but I actually really like it. But anyway, enough about the tea. This is basically just supposed to be like you know, just cozy vibes. We're gonna like wear some fuzzy stuff. That's why I'm wearing my like fluffy makeup headband and my like oversized Minnesota sweatshirt that has a bunch of lint all over it, and just like shop our stash for a bunch of makeup that we want to just have fun and play around with, and no one's going to end up seeing this makeup. It's Veterans Day afternoon. I don't have any plans. I'm not going out after this. Literally no one is gonna see me in this except for you. So yeah, I'm just gonna have fun and play with makeup. So go check out Alyssa's video if you haven't seen hers, and if you're from Alyssa's channel, welcome. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I can entertain you, and yeah, just like get a warm drink, put something cozy on, and you know, sit down and do your makeup, or just sit down and chill. Enjoy the video. I usually take the tea bag out after a few minutes, but it's just gonna be sitting in here, so the tea is gonna get stronger and stronger. But I think I usually start with my eyes, but the only eyeshadow that I'm gonna use this time is a ColourPop single in the shade Basic Instinct. I've only ever used this once, and if you can hear the kids in the background, they're just playing and having fun. As you can see, it is like completely crumbled in there, so before I use it, I'm going to have to kind of press everything back together. But anyway, this is a cream shadow, so I'm not really worried about fallout, so I'm gonna start with my face. The primer that I picked out is my Danessa Myricks, what is this actually called? The Blurring Balm Powder, just in the universal shade. I've used this once before in a different get ready with me, and I thought it was like a good product, but at the time my skin was very dry, so I don't know if like a blurring mattifying primer was the best choice. So I'm gonna try it again right now. I don't know if I put enough on, but we'll see. I feel like this is making my skin feel dry. Like, my skin is definitely not dry. Ugh, now it's doing that thing again where it's like giving off that scent that makes me feel like I can't breathe. Maybe I'm like slightly allergic to it. I'm still gonna use it. That's not very cozy, but I'm gonna keep going. I feel like this is making my skin feel like it's kind of dry. I have oily skin, and I did my skincare like a few hours ago, so by now like my oils have started to set in, so I know my face is definitely not oily. And actually this is pilling a lot. Like, I'm not gonna show you what's pilling, that's kind of gross. I don't think I like this primer. I've liked every Danessa Myricks product I've ever tried of hers before, but now that I'm trying this one for the second time and it's still not working for me, I probably won't get this. This is not what this video is about, I'm just mentioning it. But luckily I didn't pay for this, but yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get this, but I will use it up. It's not like the worst thing. Now that I've kind of wiped away all the little pilly bits, which is gross, I'm sorry I said that, my skin feels okay. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, I'm going to start my complexion, and as always I'm going to use my e.l.f. color corrector. Now this is like not something I shop my stash for. I use this literally every time I do my makeup, but my under eyes do not look good without this color corrector. So I'm just gonna put this on really quickly, and first I'm actually going to push up my sleeves a little bit because I love this sweater and I don't want it to get messy. I hope everyone had a good Veterans Day, whether you had it off or not. Usually my color corrector is not this opaque because I usually use like silicone based primers and it just makes everything slip around. So that was more than I intended to put on. I'm gonna blend that out. But yeah, I hope everyone had a nice Veterans Day, whether or not you had it off or whether you worked. Hopefully if you worked on Veterans Day, you got the extra money. I had a little like sleepover with my book club friends on Sunday, and then came back home this morning, and I've just been like kind of taking this extra day to like do chores. I only have 2 concealers, and this is the only one that matches me with a tan, so I'm just gonna use my Neutrogena concealer. I spent like most of my waking hours today editing my, speaking of Danessa Myricks, my Danessa Myricks Light Work Volume 6 kind of like first impressions review tutorial video. There was 2 hours of footage and I managed to get it down to 55 minutes. So you know what, like, good for me. I'm gonna let my concealer sit so that it can dry just a tiny bit. But on to finally the first product that I've actually never used. This is the NYX Wonder Stick. This is the like bronzer highlight one. I also have a blush one that I just pulled out just in case, but I don't think I'm gonna use this. I got the blush one first. This one is in the Coral and Deep Peach shade. I actually love this blush duo, and I'm just gonna show you really quickly. The shades are like perfect for me for like the standard like warm orange blush that I like, and then like a super bright one if I just like want a pop of something on my cheeks. This is turning into like a makeup collection review. Sorry about that. But anyway, I like that one so much that I wanted to try the blush or bronzer and highlight version, and this is in the shade medium. This is the bronzer and then this is the highlight. I haven't used this one yet, and I've had it for like probably a year now because I definitely didn't buy it this year. I'm just gonna see how this applies. I'm gonna use it for my bronzer and my contour, but yeah, it seems to be like a good shade for contour. I don't necessarily know if it's gonna be warm enough to be like a good bronzer for me, but that's the fun of this, like, you know, cozy get ready with me that no one's going to see. I'm just like, this is like a pretty pointy tip, so I'm just gonna like draw it all over my forehead. I have no idea how opaque that's gonna be, so I probably should have started off a little bit more light-handed. I'm just gonna go in with my makeup sponge, which by the way is a Dose of Color sponge. I get these for free like all the time, every time I make an order with them. But yeah, I'm just gonna see what this looks like. Oh lordy, that is more pigmented than I expected, but I don't know why, because the blush duo is very pigmented and opaque, so this is totally my fault. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, I had 2 hours of footage from that video, and I did 8 different looks and I did swatches, so if you're at all interested in that, go check that video out. It's hopefully gonna be up tomorrow, like for when you're seeing this tomorrow. I just realized I forgot I was gonna do liquid foundation. Okay, I'll put it on top so that it's like underpainting. So maybe I can go a little bit heavy with the bronzer. And now I totally forgot what I was saying because I've interrupted myself so many times. So I'm gonna move on now. Yeah, I hope everyone had a good Veterans Day, and especially if you are a veteran. I mean, I have very conflicting feelings about the military, you know. Obviously no one likes war, especially being like, I'm gonna use the Dose of Colors foundation in the shade 122, which is my summer shade, so hopefully it's not too dark for me at this point, but also no one's gonna see me in this, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, especially being a Middle Eastern person in the United States, me and the military don't really jive, but like I do really respect people who have served in the military because I just know that it's, you know, it wouldn't be a great experience for anyone, and I can at least appreciate the sacrifice that people make. And I know a lot of people have been, you know, permanently scarred, like physically, mentally, emotionally, from serving in the military. So anyone who's a veteran or who is active duty in the military, yeah, this is your day. I hope you had a little bit of peace. I'm so sorry that I'm saying this looking this crazy, but yeah, I feel like I have a little bit of a different perspective of the military now that I've lived most of my life in a city that has a lot of military bases of like different branches of the military. So I just wanted to mention that because I think Veterans Day is very important. Now that I've gotten older, I recognize why all of these holidays exist in the United States. I'm gonna try to take this side of my sponge because like everything else is covered in makeup. And I'm gonna really try to shear things out because again, I still want my like bronzer and contour to show up. But if I need to, I can always just add more on top of it. But I hope everyone is also having a decent fall, autumn. If you're in a state that changes time, like for daylight savings, has it been like more drastic this year than any other year for you as well? Because I feel like since we're like on the topic of cozy vibes, I feel like it is always nighttime and I always have to like put on my cozy PJs and get into bed as soon as the sun sets because it just gets so dark so early, and I feel like I can't even go out and really do anything anymore. So I don't know, I feel like it just hit me harder this year. I've never really like noticed or cared about the time change until this year, so let me know if anyone else feels that way. Okay, I think I still have enough contour and bronzer to feel okay about that without adding any more. I'm just trying to bring it down my neck a bit. Now I'm gonna use this e.l.f. putty blush in the shade, what is this? This is the shade Bali. It's so tiny and in such a random spot on the packaging. But this is in the shade Bali, which is the like burnt red shade. I've had this for like over a year now. Mine still smells okay, but the first one that I had to repurchase that. And the first one that I had expired on me after exactly a year of owning it. So I'm a little bit worried about it, and I wanted to use it in this video because this could potentially be one of the last chances I have to use this before I'm wearing a bunch of like cool tone blushes for winter. And I genuinely do really love the shade of this blush. I really like to wear it in summer, but I kind of just neglected it, unfortunately. I'm gonna take the side of the sponge that has the contour shade on it and use that to blend it out, because then maybe this will give this a little bit more of like a brown hue, which is kind of what I'm going for because I want to try to match the eyeshadow that I'm using. I really love the way that looks. I just love this blush so much. I think it's so pretty, and once you blend it out, it has like the perfect opacity. I just feel like I can't even recommend e.l.f. cream products because they expire so quickly, like 90% of the time. Okay, this tea is way too strong. Also, I forgot to mention, I have my cozy blanket candle. I brought it out just for this video. This is only the second time I've ever burned this candle. It smells so good. When I had this burning earlier, and when I walked into my room to start filming after I got all my products, the scent hit me and it was so good. Oh my gosh. The last cream product I'm gonna use is this highlighter side of the like contour highlight duo, and again, I've never used this because I've never used this product, so I have no idea how it's going to apply and layer. I've never used a cream highlight. I've used like liquid highlights that you can kind of just dab on your skin, but I don't know how this is gonna work, because wouldn't it just rub off the makeup that's underneath? Like, I guess I'm literally about to find out, so I shouldn't be asking you, but I don't know, this is so weird to me. I feel like I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. If anything, I'd probably wear this and only a powder blush, like not put it on top of a cream blush, because I feel like, I don't know, in my mind I feel like it's just taking the blush away, even though it's probably not really taking it away. I don't really know. Yeah, if you're from Alyssa's channel, I'm so sorry, but I'm usually like this. I never have a clue what I'm saying. I'm about to put some powder on top of that, and I kind of want it to show up like underneath the powder, because I don't have a powder highlight. So I'm gonna just take some on my finger and put it on that way. Maybe it'll be more opaque if I do it this way, and it'll show up even under the powder. And I'm just gonna use my Franken powder that's in one of my projects, because I forgot to grab a powder and I can't be bothered to get up, so sorry about that. But okay, like, speaking of book club that I mentioned like half an hour ago, I had my book club meeting, and I just want to update you on the book that we were reading for October, which is the one that I picked out. It's called Then She Was Gone, by Alyssa Jewell. I was mentioning this in an earlier Get Ready With Me, and I just wanted to give you a little update. I still have not finished the book. Literally no one in book club finished the book that I picked out, and I was the only one who finished the one that our other friend, oh my god, there's a giant cat hair in my mouth, very cozy. I was the only one who finished even the book from September that one of the other members picked out. So we're really not doing well just in general in life. But yeah, so I haven't finished the book, but where I am, I have about 8 chapters until I finish it. And this book is so crazy, and it is also so sad. Okay, before I start rambling, I'm going to use actually a new product. This will be the first time you're ever seeing or hearing about this on my channel. I just bought this month. It is the Benefit there is some kids outside my window. This is the Benefit Cosmetics Starry Escape blush duo. So it has the 2 shades, like literally I haven't used this yet. All the plastic is still in there, but this is the shade Willa, and this is the shade Starla. And I figured I'd use Starla because it's like the most brown, kind of like burnt blush that I have, and I wanted to do something like very warm. So I'm gonna take my blush brush that has like 2-3 other blushes on it, and I'm going to try this blush out. By the way, using that powder foundation to set my liquid foundation was not a good idea. I look extremely cakey, but you can't tell on camera, and no one else is gonna see me like this in person, so I'm okay with that. Anyway, back to the blush and back to the book. Yeah, it's not sad where it had me crying. This blush is so pretty, by the way. It's not like, it's sad, and like the stuff that happens to this poor girl is so terrible. I'm not gonna talk about it because I feel like I might end up triggering someone, and that's not what this video is about. I don't want to lose subscribers or like scare people away from my channel. But if you're into like mystery, or if you're into like getting into people's minds and like seeing the same scenario from like multiple different perspectives, and you're okay with like a little bit of a darker theme, then I would highly recommend the book. But no, it's just crazy. Even though I'm not going anywhere after this, I'm still gonna set my face just out of habit. This is the Milani Original Setting Spray, nothing fancy. So moving on to the eyeshadow, finally, this is what I've been waiting for. I'm going to really quickly just like with my finger press everything into the pan, because like literally the entire thing is a crumbled mess. And then I'll get back to you. Okay, this is the best that I can do. It seems to be sticking in there, so yeah, I'm gonna leave it like this. And with what's on my finger, I'm just gonna use this on both of my eyes. This is just gonna be a one and done look, and I'll probably, because this is a metallic shadow, I'll probably use a brush to like buff out the edges so that's a little more diffused and doesn't just stick. But I really want to see what this looks like just on its own. I feel like this is the perfect shadow for like a cozy fall makeup look. I'm gonna take this fluffy brush and just, with nothing on it, and just like buff out the edges a little bit. I don't have to be too perfect because I'm just gonna wash this off. This is so nice. Like, I don't have to stress about anything because I'm literally just gonna wash it off. But I might add a little bit to my lower lash line. But tell me, do you have any fall plans? For my lower lash line, I'm just gonna use this brush and like dig some out that's in the cap. I'm going to Minnesota as always. I'm always going to Minnesota, but I'll be going there in just about a week. I'm going to see the Les Miserables musical. It's coming to the Orpheum, so I will be going with my dad and my stepmom. I am very excited. I've seen the movie once. I want to watch it again. I've been listening to the soundtrack here and there, but honestly, I know they're watching. I'm sorry, I have not really been listening to it that often. I don't know the soundtrack by heart. So we're just gonna have to all be surprised when we get there. I'm just gonna watch the movie again and head out. But I am really excited to see it, honestly. I love, ever since I first saw The Sound of Music when I was probably like, I don't know, 11 or 12. I have loved musicals. I don't love all musicals, and I don't necessarily love like all musical theater. I was never a theater kid, but I feel like when a musical is done right, because I love singing and dancing, it is just so fun. So I'm very, very excited to go see the show. I started lining my waterline with my black eyeliner, and then I remembered I have this one that I picked out, which is the shade Double Life from Urban Decay. And it looks like this. I thought it matched the eyeshadow that I picked out pretty well, so hopefully this shows up. Like, I tried wiping off the black eyeliner, but we'll see if it actually shows up now. But yeah, I'm really excited, and I'll be staying there for Thanksgiving as well, so I could potentially have a snowy Thanksgiving because it's already started snowing there. And I'm just really excited because the last few times I was there for the holidays, it wasn't really snowing at all very much. And I also haven't been in Minnesota for Thanksgiving in probably like 10 years, so I'm really excited to do Thanksgiving dinner with everyone and just have like a really nice cozy Minnesota dinner, because Minnesota food is like, I feel like there's southern comfort food and then there's Midwestern comfort food. I just love going to Minnesota for like a hearty meal. I'm gonna put some mascara on off camera and then I'll be right back. For my brows, I'm just gonna use my like regular schmegular brow routine, so I'm not gonna really talk about it. Nothing is new. But I am also going to a Friendsgiving, and I usually, every time I go to like a potluck type thing, I usually either like bring something that I bought, like store-bought food, or like I'll pitch in for someone else who's making something, like I'll be their sous chef. But I don't usually cook because, first of all, I'm not the best cook and I can't bake at all, or I couldn't bake. But also, like, I'm just not used to cooking for like more than one person. But I recently learned how to start baking, or like how to use a freaking oven. I've always, even though I'm a chemist and like my primary job is to create mixtures and assays and like basically bake stuff, I've always been terrible at baking, especially desserts. Like, the only things that I would ever really bake were like frozen pizzas or frozen things, or whenever I make fish, I bake my fish. But other than that, I just don't really use the oven. So I've recently learned how to make monkey bread, which is like a pull apart cinnamon sugar dessert. And it tastes really good, and I tried doing it multiple times. Every time it's come out at least like halfway decent, So I'm pretty sure that's what I'm gonna bring, and I'm just really excited because I've never made something for a potluck myself. Because I'm just gonna wash this off. I'm not gonna bother with like my whole brow routine. I'm just gonna put some of the like e.l.f. brow gel, but this is the mascara side, but I'm still using it. I don't really care. It probably does the same thing. Now finally for lips, I'm gonna first wipe off my Laneige lip mask that I've been wearing this entire time. To start, I'm gonna use this MAC lipstick in the shade DGAF, but we know what that means. It's just this really beautiful warm brown that I love to wear. If I'm not panning a warm lipstick and I need to wear one, this is what I always go for. I got this as a free gift with purchase, and I'm so glad because I don't think this would have ever been on my radar. And this is one of my favorite brown lipsticks in my entire collection. It is just so pretty. I know I only have it on my top lip, but it is so pretty and I love it, and I think it's just like cozy. Usually I wear this when I'm wearing like my fall sweaters because it goes with like all of my fall tones, so it is very fitting for this video. On top of that, I'm gonna put my Fenty lip oil. This is the Gloss Bomb oil, specifically in the shade Cop Cookie. I think it's the perfect shade. I'll swatch this one too. I feel like together these are the exact color of my eyeshadow. So this is just all coming together, isn't it? This is such a beautiful shade. I don't wear this one nearly as often as I wear the Frosted Buns shade from the same line from Fenty, because that one is just like a lot more wearable for every day, but this one is so beautiful, and that almost perfectly matches my eyeshadow. Like, it's maybe a tad bit warmer than my eyeshadow, but it just looks so good in my opinion. I don't know. So this is the final look. I really love it. I think it's perfect for like a little cozy fall vibe. I kind of wish I was going somewhere now because I really love how everything came together, but at least someone saw it. I really love how this eyeshadow looks just as a one and done shadow. So I'm gonna have to use it from now on like that because I like it way better than how I used to wear it. I really love this lip combination. I'm definitely gonna do that again. This was so much fun. Thank you so much to Alyssa for doing this collab with me. I really just had a lot of fun, and it was so exciting doing my first collab. Definitely please go, if you're from my channel, go check her out. I will leave her video linked in my description box, and make sure you subscribe to her, please, because she is just the greatest and she's so sweet. But that's all I have for you. This video has been long enough. Sorry to everyone who's from Alyssa's channel that you had to endure this video, but thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one, and until then, I hope you have a great day. Bye.